Hello, everyone. Welcome to Candid Conversations. I am Rochelle,
And I'm Sherry.
and we are here with a very special guest. She's very special to both of us. We love her, and I'm going to let Sherry introduce her.
Yes. So our special guest today is so special to me, right? Her name is Tatum Bullock. She's a social worker. She's a play therapist, but more awesome than anything, she's my sissy. So when you all hear me referring to her as my sissy, it's because she's my one and only sissy. Yeah. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce you all to Tatum Bullock. Tatum, tell us
Yay.
more about yourself.
Hi, I'm Tatum. I am from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised. I am a licensed clinical social worker for the state of Maryland, as well as a registered play therapist. By day, I am a school social worker with Baltimore City Public Schools. And by night, I um, I have a small private practice where I do therapy, and I am also the owner of a new business. I'm starting a new business venture called She Got Games LLC. My private practice allows me to see clients outside of the school. I do a lot of play therapy with them. I do play therapy with my students as well. But I am able to try different things. I use Legos a lot. Play is a kid's first language. And that is something that I take advantage of. So a lot of times when kids are playing, you might even observe it while you're watching kids play. They're acting out, playing house, things like that. That's play therapy. They are actually engaging in stuff. They might be reliving something that has occurred. One thing I always tell people is watching a TV show where a police officer is talking to a little person in a playroom with a dinosaur is not play therapy. That is talking to a little person with a dinosaur. There are different components to play therapy, but it's something that I think is very effective for kids as well as adults. She Got Games was birthed from that somewhat, understanding the importance of play therapy, but also understanding that people need to have fun. While we do service kids, we service adult parties. And She Got Games is actually a twofold business. One thing we do is we do a inflatable rental service. So we have bumper balls that you get in and you bump around. You have a lot of fun. We have Zor balls that are like a human hamster ball. You get in and you run and race. And I'm so excited. We have our human hamster balls that you get in. They're called Zor balls, but you get in and race. I said that. Human bowling.
Oh.
So with human bowling, you set up the pins, you get in the bowl, and then you have to push and knock the pins over. And I am actually in the process of getting added to my inventory. The Orbeez, a lot of people, it's been popular here, like Orbeez guns, like they're doing like Orbeez guns where they shoot out these little gel like water balls at each other.
Okay.
But I'm getting those so that if you want to have an event and you want to have those at your event, then you can rent those as well. Another component of my business is I am a party game host. So you want to have a game night or you want to have games at your event and you don't want to host the games. You want to participate in the games. You call me. I come and facilitate those games for you and your guests. And we have a good time. You tell me what type of guests, what type of event you're having. Some people have been having a couples game night, a holiday game night. It's based off the theme of whatever event you're having. And I come and I bring the game so that we can have a lot of fun.
Yay. So I think you touched on it a little bit, but was there anything in particular or someone or something that inspired you to start this business?
It's really the people that I'm surrounded by. So, well, first, let's just call a spade a spade. I enjoy making money. I like money. Okay.
Yes.
I like it. And I enjoy having streams of income. Okay.
Very,
The Bible talks
very.
about having streams for income, and I want all my streams, right?
Yes.
So I try to figure out ways that I can create another stream for me. But I have a lot of friends who have small businesses outside of their 9 to 5s. Not only that, as a social worker, I don't know any social workers that don't have a side hustle of some sort. Even if, like I said, I work in the school by day, but at night I have a private practice. So a lot of times we use our skill set in different areas and arenas because that's what we have it for. Your gift will make room for you. That's in
Come on
Proverbs.
Amen.
now.
Check it out,
Come on.
right?
Yes.
Amen.
So I allow that to happen, right? But my friends, one has a tutoring company, one has a mobile bartending service. And it's like, oh yeah, I turned a hobby or something that I like to do into a business and allow it to, do its thing. So I think that being surrounded by people who have a business mind has been very helpful and very inspiring to me. To get out and say like, oh, I can do something. I can't be a bartender. You know what I mean? That's just not my realm. But I enjoy games. I enjoy doing games. And that was something that kind of just took off from there. So yeah.
I love that. I love the way that you talked about the multiple streams of income. Most definitely, we all, well, a lot of us love to love to make that money. And it's great that God has given, all of us, we have different passions, different giftings, different talents, and it's good to use that beyond just we don't have to have just one job. We can have several things, and we need to delve into all the gifts and talents that God has given us. Leave no stone unturned. We don't want to. I can't think of the specific quote. I know Miles Monroe said something about that. And maybe some other people. When you go to the grave, you want to leave it all out on the table, leave it all done. All the things that God has given us to do, we want to get into those things and share those things with other people. And that's very inspirational. The things that you said about the mobile bartender and the tutoring, all these different things, that's very inspirational to let people know, hey, you're maybe working a 9 to 5, and whether you like it or whether you don't, still, do your best to make time for that passion and those other things that God has given you to do. There's a place for you. Like you said, your gift will make room for you. So it'll make room to, it'll come to you. That stuff that you need to do. And I just love how you're using all of that, and helping kids, even helping adults, and come on now, enjoying yourself
Yes.
in place in with that,
Yes.
and making the money,
Yes. Yes. Because I think ultimately that's like the best gift is that you can have fun while you're making money. Plenty of people have side hustles where they make money and they go clock in and clock out.
Come on now.
And they think that's easier because there's a lot of roadblocks, right? Whenever you have your own, right? When you're doing your own thing. So share with us some kind of roadblocks that could possibly happen, that would maybe deter some people. Sissy, just tell us about some roadblocks these people can expect to experience.
I would say knowing what you need for your business. One big obstacle or roadblock that I ran into was identifying whether or not I needed a website or not. I paid for one service and I was like, okay, yeah, this will work. And then realized, no, I need a website, because a friend of mine was like, well, I got a website, I paid money, did all this. And I realized I didn't use my website until like a few years later. No, for my business, I need a website because I need people to be able to see what my inventory is. I need them to go there to see the service that I provide, because it's not your typical average service. So understanding how you want to market to your consumer, right? That's one big one. And understanding it might cost you a little. I made the expensive mistake. It wasn't too, but it was enough. It was enough. Okay. Where it was like, oh man, I paid for this. Now I gotta pay for this type of thing. That was an obstacle. And just knowing all of what is needed for the service that you're providing, right? Understanding like, okay, I might need these hands, I might need these extra people to come, or I can't do this by myself, or, trying to figure all of that out is a big obstacle when you look at it. Sometimes we can come out and provide a service by ourselves, but then what happens when you become popular, because you will become popular because, right, because we're going to see that, right? So what happens when you become popular and people really want your service? Then it's like, oh gosh, you see it all the time. Somebody has something small, right? And then some celebrity puts it out there, and now they're inundated with orders, and it's like, oh gosh, what am I going to do? Because now you got all this stuff, right? So just being able to identify, who are some people that are on your team that can help you with certain obstacles. For me, I needed extra hands. I needed some, extra arms to help me with lifting certain things, or, things like that. So those have been some of my obstacles. I mean, the one that makes me laugh the most is that I needed I realized like, okay, I may need a generator, right? I might need a generator for some of my events, because when you go to someone's house, they may not, or someone's event rather, they may not have a power source for me to connect to inflate my inflatables. Okay. All right. So I'm going out, I'm going to get this generator. Well, who told me to just look at the box and think that the generator came on wheels? No, you have to buy a wheel kit. Okay.
Wow.
So you have to put the wheel kit on. Okay. Well, I know it needs gas. I don't know anything about this. So I had a partner come take me. We have to go get gas. We have to go get oil. I don't know how to do this stuff. Okay. But I have to learn. All right. Go. But long story short, the day before, something happens. We turn the generator on. The oil flies out. It shoots out in the back seat of my new car. It's oil everywhere. And I'm just like, we gotta go with it. We gotta go with it. Okay. We know what not to do, right? We know what not to do. Not only that, learning, you have to build your skill set, and you may not be able to depend on someone else. And you want to do a lot of stuff on your own for free, right? It's nice when people have these great shoots and videos and promo videos where someone has come in and they can give credit to someone else. Tatum has given credit to herself, because Tatum and her tripod have I put that iPhone on that tripod, and I'm filming people, and I'm asking people to come out so that I can get some footage for my marketing, right? So understanding that you may have to step out your box in a major way. I'm editing videos. I've never edited videos in my life. Okay. I'm editing, I'm cutting, I'm putting this here. I'm learning. TikTok is great. I'm learning TikTok. I'm learning how to do reels, because reels are a good way to market yourself. 7 to 10 seconds is the time they keep saying. Okay. If you want to do something quick. But I'm learning these different ways to do this stuff on my own though, right? This thing on social media, a hairstylist. She said they told me I needed to learn how to do hair. I learned how to do hair. Then they told me I needed to learn how to be a photographer. Then they told me I learned how to do, like, you have to be a producer. You have to know something about music, put some music behind your thing. Are you going to speak, and are you going to, have your voice in the background? So maybe you need to work on your diction. I don't know. You have to learn so many lighting. You have to prepare. I had to make sure I can see my face. Is the light in front of you? Is it behind you? Like you just have to tap into things you may not have ever had to do before. So while I am a person that will come to a party and present games or doing inflatables, behind the scenes, I'm a whole production service, right? Cameraman. I mean, some of my videos, I had to literally take my phone, put it on the floor. All right, press go. All right, stop. All right, change the view. Go. Stop. Like, those are things you don't necessarily think of, because you see people with big money doing big marketing stuff. And it's like, I want something like that. And not everybody is going to see things the way you see them, right? One of my videos that I did, I kept seeing, like, I was like, I'm going to have it zoom out. And I'm the videographer. So guess what? It zoomed out because that's what I wanted it to do. But I don't know if I could have given that task to someone else to say, like, this is what I see happening.
Right.
Everybody's not
Yes.
going to see stuff the way you see it. When you have a little baby and you're trying to put this thing out there, you have a way that you see it going. Everybody doesn't see it the same way. They may believe in you, but they may not see it the same way. So, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's going to really take for you to like step out of your box and say, all right, whatever needs to happen, I'm willing to at least try to do it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to learn, even if you just sit at your phone for a whole hour and try to figure out something. Set aside that time to do it. Don't just say, oh, I don't know how to do it, and count yourself out.
That's good right there now.
That's a good word.
That's a good word.
So, Sissy, while you're doing all this, do you recommend any particular resources that helped you do all these gazillion things that you're naming?
YouTube. YouTube is like the best thing in the world, okay? YouTube is like everything. YouTube is everything. So I feel like you can do a lot of research on YouTube. YouTube will show you, if you search things, it'll show you how to do stuff. But on YouTube, I found a business coach that does not know he's my business coach, but he is, okay? I have a business coach on there, and it's not necessarily that he's doing the same thing I'm doing, but I was able to get a lot of good information from it, right? I was able to pull things that apply to me and apply it to my business, right? So certain things, everything didn't apply for what I'm doing, but I was able to get a good idea. Looking at different videos. One thing I do for myself is I have my notebook. It says She Got Games on. I take it everywhere. Everywhere that I go, I'm always writing notes. If I'm watching something, oh, that's an idea for a good game, I write it down. I'm taking in from everything around me, right? I'm always in that mode of how can I put into She Got Games? What can I do? You know, I'm asking people questions. I'm getting feedback from them because that's the consumer, right? So I'm asking like, hey, what do you think about this? You know, you think you would like this, you know, type of thing. But YouTube, listen. And then sometimes it's about asking people that are working in the area or the realm that you're working in, asking them if they're further along. They may be willing to give you some advice. People have lives. People go on and they get on lives and they start talking and they say stuff, good information. Facebook groups. I feel like it's a Facebook group for everything. And I am in like all of them. Okay. I'm in Facebook groups for everybody. All right. Everything that I like, I'm in a Facebook group for, it seems like. Like, oh, for this, oh, for that, oh. But it's a good way to really interact with like minds, you know, interact with people that have similar interests or similar desires, similar goals, and they give you feedback. You'd be surprised. It's people that have been doing things for 20 years, and it's some people that have been doing it for 20 minutes, but we all come here, you know, and ask questions. And a lot of times on the Facebook groups, they can be really understanding and really, you know, helpful with helping people out, you know, when it comes to that. Other than YouTube, Facebook groups, following people on social media that may do what, you know, what you want to do, or that may just have business minded things, right? Following those people because they do good. And I feel like I had something else. I can't remember the thought, but those were some of the things that, and I still do. Like I follow, excuse me, so many people because I want to make sure I can take it all in, and just basic research. If you're providing a service in your area, making sure you do the research for your area. What are the laws in your area? Service that you do. You know what I mean? If you are baking, you bake out, can you sell out of your house? Or do you have to go rent out a kitchen? You know what I mean? What are the laws in your area for the service that you provide? You know, that's so good. That research of, you know, just of where you live.
That's good. And that's all free stuff pretty much that you named, that you can just sit at your computer, your laptop, your tablet, your phone, and just do your research.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's good.
Mhm.
So, that being said, with you, because this is not the first business that you started, right? Um,
Right.
so with that being said, with all this research, all this hands here, hands there, how do you balance your personal life with your full-time job, the boss of your house, Chance? Um, Chance is the boss of you.
Chance is the boss. I work hard for Chance.
Yes.
He's laying here right now, so he's not worried.
Oh, he's not, because he has no worries.
Because he has no worries, because I work hard for him.
Yes, yes,
For him to have a plush life.
yes.
I think for me with balancing, it really started with the pandemic, how we were all forced to kind of come home and being able to I would come into my office for work, my home office, and that was time for work. And when I went through the office, when I went into another part of the house, that was not work, right? So understanding that you have to, and I honestly think for people that work home, you have to set those type of boundaries.
Mm.
If not, you'll probably drain yourself, just trying to do it. Don't take your computer downstairs on the sofa while you're doing.
Come
Don't
on
do
now.
that. Don't put it at the kitchen table, because you're
Okay.
going to start checking emails and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, I keep it in the office. That's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that's where it stays. But even that, working with school, I have the luxury of leaving school at school. You know what I mean? I don't bring work home.
Mhm.
And I try to practice that. Now, starting She Got Games was a little tricky, because in the beginning, you're trying to really get things going. Like you're writing down ideas. You know what I mean? You're trying to formulate how things are going to flow. So it may, in the beginning, become slightly enmeshed, when you're trying to figure things out. You're just trying to make sense of it. But at the same time, you still have to make time for yourself, because you are important. And one thing to remember is, if you don't take care of yourself, what else is there?
Right.
You have all these businesses, but if you can't
Mhm.
do them because you laid up because now something's wrong with you, then what?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you have to, prioritize yourself. But I think that, and communicating with those in your life, communicating with your friends, communicating with your significant other, your partner, people who you interact with on a regular basis, to kind of let them know what's going on, and basically saying like, hey, this is what I'm preparing to do. You know what I mean? This is what is going to be required of me. In the meantime, this is a heads up, right? They may understand. Hopefully they will be very understanding and say, okay, some of us may need them to help. So it's like, hey, you ready? All right, let's go. And then it may be like, okay, maybe being real mindful about your schedule, set aside that certain time, that family time. If you have kids, this is the time. Maybe you won't work past 7 or something like that.
Right.
Set aside the
That's
time
good.
to be present in your home, right? Not just like, oh, the kids know, the kids may know 7 o'clock is the time. After that, mom's off and she can come out and do different things. So just really being mindful and communicating, and be realistic. Don't say, you're going to be up at midnight working on something, and you in bed at 10, because you have to be up at 6. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have
Yeah.
to be mindful and realistic, but I think communication is definitely the key. For me, it's really just been going with the flow. Because I work in the school, I have the summers off. Oh yeah. So I was able to really allow She Got Games to like simmer and work with it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because when people were at work, I was working when She Got Games. So I was able to kind of use that time to benefit me. You get what I'm saying? And put things together. Like one day I started out at the computer when my partner left, and when he came back, I was still at the same, never got up. Like I was still there because I was trying to work things out. I'm trying to figure out the internet or the editing something, different sites. Canva is a good site. I'm sorry, you talked about that.
Yes.
Canva is a good site for editing, for doing flyers and graphics and whatever. I love Canva and I pay because
Yes.
I need it.
Okay.
Going back, but I was sitting at the computer, trying to figure stuff out. And it's all about communication. Honestly, it's really about just communication and being intentional about your time. You got to be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just sit, and sometimes if you need that time to just sit and decompress, definitely decompress, but be intentional when it comes to being a business owner. It's almost like, unfortunately, when that's their only thing, they often say they never get off because of the work that they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But being intentional, and that's why some people won't allow you to waste their time. It's like, my time is money. Okay, I can't be sitting here just looking silly.
Right.
Is this conversation going to bring me some type of something? Is it going to bring me some wisdom, or is it insight? Is it going to help me? If not, I'll talk to you later. I'll call you back. All right. No. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
So, I mean, you've touched on a lot of things, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, for the person that's, say, maybe like me, that it's just always had kind of like a 9 to 5 or something like that. Do you have any advice for somebody that's just got this baby idea that they're just rocking and just thinking, hey, how can I start this? Do you have any advice for like early on, just early ideas, what they could do to try to even figure out how to go about doing what you've done so many times before successfully?
I would say start small, start where you are. So when She Got Games became a thing because I was often the person asked to bring games. I was the person charged with bringing games to events, right? So have a family event, Tatum bring games. My friends are having events, cookouts. Now this is not supposed to be a game night. This is supposed to be a cookout. Tatum, can you bring games? Oh, sure. Or showers, doing, showers, or that was just something that came natural for me. And after a while, I was like, people are like, you are really good at this. And I'm like, well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I felt myself often buying games. So I go out and I buy, like, oh, that's a nice game. Oh, so now I'm being intentional about the games that I purchase and where I'm going, right? Oh, we're going to a couple's game night. Well, this might be really good. Or these people are coming together. This might be really good, and doing that. So the looking at what you have, and is this something that you wouldn't mind doing for free, just among friends and family? You know what I mean? To put yourself out there, right? Because that's the key right there. And that's a way for you to get in the mood, like, oh, okay, this is how I do it. All right. It's going to come natural for you because it's something that you've been doing naturally. Social workers have side hustles because we do therapy all day. So for me to do it right here, that, okay, come on, let's do it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that's the piece. Just doing it, or do it on a small scale. Hey, if you bake pies, take a pie to work.
Right. Very good.
Take it to your coworkers, or give them as gifts. If it's something that you make, give them as gifts. So good. Right? So if I make pies, everybody's gonna get a pie for birthday, for Christmas, especially Christmas. Everybody getting a pie, right? Because it's not small, it's something that I can do with something, and then you build on that way, because now you're putting yourself out there, and people are like, hey, make me one of them pie. Where you get that pie from? Oh, I made it. You did? Blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're using it to propel you in different ways, but it's just something that's coming natural to you. I think that's one way to really do it. And then start writing it down. Well, hopefully you are writing it down. Get you a notebook. Get you a notebook. Get you a compass. Don't get you a spiral. Get you a compass, because you spiral, you pull the pages out. You ain't pulling the pages out, no composition, because there's string in there, and it might take everything out, right? You get you a composition book. Get your composition book. You start writing, right? I love it. All the ideas, write down all the different ideas you have, and kind of let it flow that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, allow it to kind of come out, and take surveys, ask people what they like, ask people, you know, the consumer that you're considering, you know, servicing, like, hey, what do you think about this? You know what I mean? Is this something that you might pay for?
Right. Get that feedback.
Yeah, like you want that. That's important. That's very
Mhm.
important because you want to hear from them. In our minds, what we have is the greatest thing. And we see it going seamlessly, right? But
Mhm.
then somebody else is like, well, you know, you might have, that's why I ended up with a generator, right? You know, you might
Right,
go
right.
somewhere and it might not be a plug, or the plug may not work at the park. So what you gonna do?
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I need a generator just in case,
Mhm.
right? So,
Mhm.
you know, getting feedback from others, but I definitely think that if it's an idea, don't be afraid to share, but don't share with everyone.
Come on now.
Oh, you better
That's
say
very
that.
good.
Yeah, don't
That's
share with
very good.
everyone
Come
because
on.
everyone is
Yes.
not in a place to really
Yes.
help or receive or support. You know, you may have that
Ooh.
person that's negative Nelly. So they
That's
like, well, you
Yes.
know, well, you okay. Let me put you,
right.
I call
Move
you back.
on.
I'm gonna call you
Right.
back.
I'll call you back.
Right. And you probably
Yeah.
knew they weren't it, but you just thought you was what. Don't tell
Mhm.
them. Don't tell them.
Yeah.
But talk to
That's
some
good.
people, talk to other business people. If there's a
Mhm.
person in your life that has done business stuff, they're going to understand the process that you're in, right? So they're
Yes.
going to understand your brainstorming. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's bounce some ideas off. Some of my best ideas have come from talking to my friends who own their businesses. Like, hey, what do you think about this? Well, hey, Tate, what if you do this? Ah, that's it, because they allow me to see another side.
Yes.
Bouncing those ideas off of one another, it's not just one-sided, right? You don't want to
Mhm.
talk to the person that's so set on having that one job that they don't, you know, stream. Why you need another job? Why you need another stream? You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll call you
Yeah.
back.
Call you back.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Because then you're fine. Why you want to do it? Why you ask me all these questions? See, you just told on yourself. I talked to you. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So make sure
Yes.
they talk about don't waste your pearls before swine, don't present your pearls before swine. Like
Come
don't sit
on.
there and tell your people your stuff. Everybody's not
That's
qualified.
good.
Everybody's not qualified to hear what you have going for you.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes. I love that. That is so good. You are dropping the pearls. You hear me?
Okay.
You're dropping them nuggets, sis. You're giving us
Yes.
more than just business. You're giving us that word. Come on now. I absolutely love it.
Yes.
Listen, I am enjoying this. I'm taking it in for myself. I know Sherry is too.
Yes.
Get some good stuff here. So thank you for sharing, all that with us. Now, before we go into this next part, what we're gonna do is just take a little pause for the cause. All
Yes.
right. All right, everyone, we are back on Candid Conversations with the lovely Miss Tatum. We have been enjoying
Yes.
this. You hear me? We getting all kinds of wisdom, all kind of nuggets from this young lady. Oh my goodness. I am really, really enjoying this. Like seriously, seriously. That's not just a be saying whatever kind of thing. Really, I'm getting so much from this and I love it. Got a wealth of information that she shared, from the practical to the spiritual to the come on, let's get it all right. So we doing this thing today, and we have up her a logo for She Got Games. This is
Yes.
just a part of who she is. I mean, she does, so many other things, and so we want to find out. So, how can people reach you if they want to use your services? And it could be for, definitely for She Got Games and anything else that you have going on, just to see the wealth of wisdom that you have. How can they reach you, your social media or anything that you want to share?
so my Instagram page is She Got Games LLC. And actually my Facebook page is She Got Games LLC as well. I am towards the end of my website being developed. It's been a ride. But my girl is amazing. So she is actually finishing it. That'll be shegotgames.com. And actually I'll make an announcement or a post on my social media page when my website is up and running. Yeah, I feel like that's the way therapy is. If you're in Maryland, I'm not really taking any more therapy clients right now.
Okay.
Ideally, because I'm focusing on She Got Games. She Got Games is not just during the summer. It's when it gets cool. You know, well, in the fall, we can still do some outside stuff, but in the winter months, have a game night. You want to have a game night? Call She Got Games, because we can come, keep us in mind for family reunions, for church events, for couples events. We love to do them all. Yeah, we just want to have some fun. You want to have fun, we specialize in fun. So,
That's awesome, Sissy. We thank you so much for joining us. I mean, we're gonna have to have you back if that's okay, because you still got we got to find out how you and Chance are doing. Chance made a little slight appearance just a few seconds ago. He woke up from his well-deserved nap.
he works. This he works.
Because he works. Yes, he
Yeah.
lays cement, so he has to get his rest during the day. Yeah, because he works at night. Yeah, look at him. Yeah. So we're gonna have to have you back, Sissy. We thank you so much for coming in and just enlightening us all, because I know the way that I was raised, you were raised to get you a good job, get you one of those good jobs with some benefits.
That's good.
You work that job until you die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know a lot of people say, oh, these millennials, oh, these young people are out here making moves that we could learn from.
Mm-hmm.
We were not taught anything like that. We were just, you go to school, you get your degree, you finish, you work your job, you do your job, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this is awesome that you came in and shared with us today. And like I said before, we would like to have you back if you would.
Oh, definitely. I'll definitely come back. One thing, when you were talking about the millennials, I actually asked a student last year, I was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she said, a social media influencer. I said, oh, okay. You know, so that's something that you understand, or that they understand, will get them somewhere. And that's another way to bring income, is if you get on your social media platform and you're posting certain things or content, if you have knowledge in a certain area, post it. Get on and post it, because they'll pay you for your content. Social media, when you have certain many followers, they start paying you. They will pay you for certain content. Get on there and talk. If you know about something, talk about it. You know, get you a YouTube channel, talk about it. You know, if you like fashion, talk about fashion. If you like makeup, talk about makeup. You know what I mean? Because people are always looking and searching for stuff. You know, and it makes you got good hashtags, right? I've realized some people hashtag, like somebody, their business had nothing to do with Beyonce, but they put hashtag Beyonce. So if somebody searches that, their thing will come up. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, it's just random, stuff. But those are ways to kind of put yourself out there. I know you ain't asked for all that, but
No, that's good.
When it comes to content, if you like cooking in the kitchen, record yourself cooking in the kitchen. You know what I mean? If you work out and you want to do something, record yourself working out or doing something, giving feedback. What do you eat? How you meal prep? Because people are looking for all of that stuff. I don't know how to meal prep. I don't know what it is. Shoot, maybe you can start a meal prep business. I don't know. But the thing is, somebody is looking for you. Somebody's looking for the service.
Exactly.
That's it right there in a nutshell. Somebody's looking for you. You're right.
Yeah.
And you're doing it anyway. It's part of your life that you're doing anyway.
Exactly. Some people you realize there's people getting paid right now to be a virtual assistant somebody else across the world. Like they're doing their emails, they're responding, that they don't even live in the same country. If Amazon and Verizon can do it, why can't we? Hello?
Right. Come on, yeah. Yes.
So, absolutely.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
So find your niche and get motivated.
And invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Yes. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Don't wait for anybody to invest in you. Don't wait for like, oh, I was
Yes.
hoping somebody would just,
Mhm.
they, got this money. So I think they just invest in me.
Mm-mm. The
Probably not.
doors will open. Like you said
Yeah.
earlier, again, your gift will
Yeah.
make room for you.
It
It
will make
will. It
room for
honestly
you.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get out there, get seen,
Yeah.
get seen. People don't know unless they see you. And
Right.
it's too many ways to be seen these days to not be seen.
That's right.
Just from, like you said, just something, simple. We have phones, set them up, and just the simplest thing to get you set straight off into,
Get you a tripod and a ring light and see how far it take you.
yes.
I'm
And we're
telling
not
you.
talking
That's
about
good.
major money investments. We're
That's
talking
right.
about, like you said, stuff that you already have, your phone and ring light.
Yeah.
What? Come on.
Listen, you go on Amazon and then it might come with a remote. You can take pictures. I saw a girl, she travels and she takes all these pictures. People are like, how do you take those pictures? She said, I put them on a tripod and I use the remote. Duh. Like, you get what I'm saying? She's traveling alone. But guess what? People are paying for her content, right?
See?
They're paying for her to see her travel. Hello?
Wow.
What
Wow.
in the world?
Yes. And you're
Mhm.
learning as you go.
Right?
Learning. That's it. Listen.
Yeah, learning as you
You're
go. Don't
taking
wait till you
notes
try
in your
to
composition book.
composition book.
Have your
Yeah.
composition book everywhere and write in it, something.
Yes.
Mhm.
Write in it a note, an idea, a quote, whatever it is. Just keep writing because you'll go back to it and you're not looking all over. Somebody wants something like, they're like, Tatum, I got books everywhere. Just get one. Just put it all in that one book,
Mhm.
So.
Good.
Yeah, because we don't need distractions, so we don't need multiple books.
Mm-mm,
We need
mm-mm.
something to keep us focused. Be prayerful, stay
Mhm.
focused, and maybe you could be as awesome as my sissy.
That's right.
Get your own sissy, I got mine.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just gotta let them know, sissy, you know how I feel. I gotta let them know.
That's right.
Mhm.
Worldwide, she's mine.
All right, ladies. I think this has been wonderful. Thank you for joining us once again. Thank you so much, Tatum, for
Thank
joining
you.
us all the way from the great city of Baltimore, Maryland, your very own Tatum. And thank you for sharing She Got Games with us. And we look forward to seeing you again on Candid Conversations.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
sissy. Love you.
Bye. Love you.